Hello, my name is Alejandro cifuentes. Today I go to speak about three movies: 7 Pounds, Armageddon, and The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. The first movie is 7 Pounds. It's a dramatic acting of Will Smith. This is directed by Gabriel Moschino. Smith is a man that decides to change his life and the life of 7 people. He is Tim Thomas, who 2 years ago caused a car crash. Here died 7 persons, among these his wife called Sarah Jensen. The life of Tim changed completely. He had a pacific life, but since this fatal accident he only wants to be dead. The first scene that you can see, Tim is planning his redemption, and he made a list with 7 persons. Ben Thomas, Tim's brother and an IRS agent; Emily Posa, a self-employed greeting card saleswoman; Ezra Turner, a blind meat salesman who plays the piano; Connie Tippus, a woman in a bad relationship with her boyfriend; Holly, a child service employee; George, a junior hockey coach; and Nicholas, a child. The movie was seem some confused, because Tim told about acting after time that the movie began. For that reason, the second scene that you see is when Tim and his wife are in the fatal accident. He is remembering. He is talking with his wife, and at the moment he is driving too. Suddenly, Tim receives a call. When he answers, a big bus comes near and the crash is inevitable. He runs to meet his wife, but she is bleeding, and is late she is dead. Now we know the reason of Tim's redemption. 2 years ago, Tim donated his love to his brother Ben. 6 months later, he donated part of his liver to Holly. After, he begins searching more candidates to receive donations. He finds two Ezra Turner, a blind, George the coach, and donates a kidney to him. And then he donates his bone marrow to a young boy named Nicholas. When he is searching, he turns to Holly and he asks her if she knows to someone who he can help. She suggests to Connie Tippus, who lives with her son and daughter, and with an abusive boyfriend. Connie doesn't receive the Ben's help, and she takes out him of her house. But then the Connie's boyfriend comes back to abusive her, and she contacts to Ben, and he gives her the keys and deed to his beach house. Ben moves out of his house and into a local hotel with his pet and jellyfish. Other person who Ben finds is Emily Posa. She is a self-employed greeting card printer who has a bad heart health condition and a red blood type. He spends time with her, weeding her garden and fixing her red Heidelberg press, but he begins to fall in love with her. She prepares a dinner for Ben, but at this moment doesn't know that he fixed her press. When he shows her the press, the Ben's brother arrives to Emily's house, and he claims to Tim why he is using his identity. That night, Ben decides to finish with his life, and goes to hotel into in a vat with the jellyfish, and it kills him. Emily takes the Ben's heart and Ezra his eyes. Now I'm going to speak the relation of 7 Pounds with other movie, Armageddon. Armageddon is a movie that has a connection with 7 Pounds because its protagonist saved the life of the world. In this, NASA discovers that an asteroid the size of Texas is on a direct collision with Earth. The scientists at NASA decide a plan to activate a nuclear bomb at a precise point under the asteroid surface, which will split in two parts. NASA locates the best oil driller in the world, Harry Stamper. For the connection with 7 Pounds, he is Ben Thomas. Harry is the boss, and he brings his daughter, Grace, to keep away from the mission, and her boyfriend too. As well as in 7 Pounds, Harry Stamper knows the dire situation at the moment. And as well as Ben Thomas, he takes the decision to give his life for the humanity. Ben Thomas and Harry Stamper are sure that their lives finish at this moment. When Harry was with his crew on the asteroid, they have many problems because the bomb needs to activate manually. Only Harry knows this. All the crew get around the problem, and the winner is Harry's son-in-law, AJ. He has to death, but down to the asteroid surface. But Harry cheats to AJ, and well as Ben Thomas takes the decision of to death for his son-in-law, for his daughter's life, and for the world. Now I'm going to speak about my favorite movie, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. This is a movie about a 9-year-old boy named Bruno who liked nothing more than going to school or playing a role with his friends. But because of his father's job, he is forced to move from his home in Berlin to Poland. That is the first reason because I like this movie. The relation with the boy's dream and the adult's decision. I'm very interested and sad. At this moment, the Bruno's father has to his honor the Red Army that arrived to liberate the camp in Poland very near to New Bruno's house. At this camp were the Jewish, who were the Bruno's father's enemies, and they were prisoners. Bruno meets to Shmuel, who is a Jewish boy. He is very sad because the lives how Jewish is complicated, and he doesn't understand the reason why. They begin a friendship, but they don't know the situation with the adults. I like that too, because the movie shows who the innocent achieve to forget at a war and make possible that the boys' dreams are first.